Good morning, everyone. This is Danny, and it's been a long while since I've written anything or put up an update, so I just figured it was time to finally to go ahead and do that. So I'll try to keep it as short as possible, but in the short term, I am finally past my 100 days from my stem cell transplant. If any of you have been kind of following along, you know that like 100 days is kind of the benchmark of when life goes back to normal, um, or as normal as it can be. Just had a bone marrow biopsy and uh, some lab work here a couple of weeks ago, and then I went in last week for some test results, and happy to say that everything came back amazingly, actually. My doctor messaged me a week ahead of time before um, we did our follow up and to give me the results, and actually told me, these results are actually way better than I ever expected. So it's actually all really, really good, amazing news. He showed me on the charts, and it's kind of hard to explain, but the test that they did in my bone marrow is basically like, how much cancer is in your body. And just to give you a comparison from where I was when I was originally diagnosed to where I am right now. When I was originally diagnosed, there was cancer in 80% of my bone marrow, or 80 plus percent. It was pretty high. Now, through induction, which is just like general treatment that we did from the time that I was diagnosed until in November, I reduced that all the way down to about 4 or 5%, which is great. That's exactly what you want, but still not a great number. That's not exactly where you want to be. My doctor had hoped to get me down somewhere around 1% through the stem cell transplant, or maybe just a little less than 1%. And when the results finally came back after my latest bone marrow biopsy, it's way, way less than even that. I am now down to um, almost indetectable levels, actually. So now, obviously, the cancer is still there. As many of you know, this is something I'll never get rid of or anything. It's something that you just suppress, but it's suppressed so far that my doctor believes that it's almost indetectable by the modern standard ways of detecting it. So awesome news. It's pretty much as close to remission as you can possibly be, and so we're very thrilled. We're excited. I'm excited. It just it's a bit of relief after a year and a half of a lot of stress, a lot of worry, just wondering where things are going to go, and things like that. So what's that mean moving forward? That just means that I will be getting back on just what's called a maintenance plan. They will put me on back on a pill that I was on prior to my stem cell transplant. It's called Revlimid. It is considered chemo. It's a soft chemo pill, but it's a maintenance pill, just meaning that it helps keep the myeloma suppressed as far as possible. It's not, it's a necessary evil. So as I said, it is still chemo, so it's not, you know, it's not something that you want to be on. It does have some side effects. It could cause me some more GI issues that I was having when I was on it. Long term, it could cause me some neuropathy, things like that. But all things that I can deal with. It's not the end of the world. We're just thankful that I'm to the place where I am right now, and we hope that I'm like that for many years to come. I will have to continue to go back and have scans and testing, fairly, relatively frequently, at least once a year, probably much more in this first year, just to make sure that none of it's coming back, and you just watch the numbers, and if they start going up, then you go back into treatment. So, but it's all good news, you know. I mean, this is exactly what we hoped and prayed for, and I'm just glad that we're here. I do appreciate everybody's support, your concerns, everything. You know, thank you for all the thoughts, the prayers, whatever you might have. I know that there's a lot of you out there, and I just feel bad that I haven't been able to personally thank many of you for all of it, but just know that it's something that I notice and something that something that I'm very thankful for. So we just want to be as appreciative to the community and to our friends and our family as we possibly can. And yeah, so all good news. I will try to be a little bit better about keeping everyone up to date. It may not necessarily be cancer related because hopefully there's no news. That's the best news for me, is that no news is good news, and we just keep moving forward and hopefully continue our lives. But life for the most part has kind of gotten back to normal, other than just being incredibly busy with work, which is always a good problem. I'm never I hope I'm never complaining about how busy work is. That's exactly what we want. But yeah, just want to say thank you again, and I'd love to hear from some of you guys. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a great week. Memorial Day's coming up. Enjoy time with your family, and just thank you once again. And we'll talk to everybody soon.